So I thought it was going to be like The Breakfast Club. It's not that, but it's still a good movie. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about The Holdovers. The movie stars Paul Giamatti, Dominic Sessa, and Divine Joy Randolph. Now imagine being at an all-boys prep school. It's snowing, Christmas break. All you can think about is being with your family and the beach. This is what Angus is thinking about as we meet the character, and he's packing his clothes, ready for this break with his mom. And the day of, his mom calls and says, "I can't pick you up." So now he becomes a holdover. And not only that, he has to stay there with Paul Hunham, the teacher that everyone hates. Like, the faculty hates him, the students hate him. He's just really hard on the students. A lot of students are failing his class, although Angus is a smart kid and is actually passing his class. You also have Miss Mary. She's the head cook. She just lost her son in the war. He went to the school as well, and she's just not all there. So at first, I thought it was going to be like The Breakfast Club. There were a few other kids that got stuck there, and they get into it a little bit, but early on, they get an opportunity to leave the school, and the only one who can't leave is Angus. So he's just stuck there with Hunnam and Miss Mary for Christmas break. It's 14 days, I believe, that he has to be there with him, and he is going through it. Angus is a smart kid. He's a caring kid, but he does get in a lot of trouble because that's what he does. Like, when we meet all the kids, a lot of them just getting bad grades, and he's the only one who gets like a B in the class with Hunnam. And then it turns into like Goodwill Hunting a little bit as they form this bond. It's not always easy. They do go back and forth doing weird stuff. Like, Angus is just that type of kid. He at one point tells the one kid that his parents don't love him because that's why they left him there. But then he helps this younger kid who's stuck there. He can't go home, and the kid pees the bed, and Angus is there to help him out. He's like, "Yo, I got you. I help you clean it up in the morning. The guys are going to get on you for this." So you can see the duality of Angus. Like, he cares, but he can also just say some stuff that just hits you right in the heart. And then you have Hunnam, who's always just teaching. He teaches like ancient civilization or something. That's his whole thing. He talks to anybody about that, and he just has this hard shell around him, around all the kids. And being with Angus just slowly cracks the shell, and he starts to open up about himself, and they have this bond. And Angus only wants to go to Boston for Christmas. He keeps talking about Boston. That's all he wants to do. And Mary is like, "Yo, just take him. Tell him it's a field trip, for educational purposes." And they go out on the road, and they go to Boston together. And that's where the real bonding happens. And I was like, this is well done. It's not The Breakfast Club. It's not Goodwill Hunting. It just has a little bit of moments from those movies, but it's a really well done movie. And this Dominic Sessa guy, he's really good. He was holding his own with Paul Giamatti on screen, and I was like, I like this kid. I don't know where he came from, but I like him. I like his performance. And I like everyone that was involved in this movie. It was just a really well done movie, and by the end of it, I was like, I really enjoyed that. It's probably going to be on the smaller side. I think it's on Amazon Prime right now. So if you get a chance, check it out. Have you watched The Holdovers? Let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Deuces.